Good afternoon, everybody. I'm getting used to doing these in the afternoons now. Ooh, my hair's all weird. Welcome to your Mindset and Marketing Maximizer with Pam here on a beautiful Tuesday. Cheers. I'm still drinking the last of my coffee. I apologize for the delay in getting going here. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties, but you know what they say, the show must go on. I'm just gonna invite a few awesome people to join me because they're awesome and I love them so much. I don't know, just put a few there. Okay, cool. Hey Miriam, how are you doing, girl? Hopefully your road trip went well yesterday. I saw what you were doing, but yesterday was chaotic. Oh my goodness. My horse, my riding mare, had her baby finally after it seemed like close to a year. And mules do have a longer gestation than horses, to be fair. But she's never carried a baby this long, and this thing was huge. Born with contracted tendons, so it was like this, and it was like walking around like on her ankles. Hey Miriam. So anyway, needless to say, yesterday was crazy because trying to get it to kind of walk without being on its ankles, but then we ended up taking it to the vet and she got splints. So she's got like the cutest little booties on. New mule, Miriam, because she was bred to a donkey. So we have mules. That's what we do, is we breed for mules here. But, so she's... I'll post pictures in the comments here if you guys want, or just in the group, of her and her little booties. I have a little video from this morning because she's doing so much better this morning. Oh, I'm so grateful to my vet that he fit us in yesterday. But yeah, she's got little booties on. And yesterday I was like at my wit's end and chaos. And I apologize for not really telling you guys in advance, a little bit more for not that I wasn't jumping on yesterday and then it was today, but today's a better day. So it works better that I can spend the time with you guys today and not worry about my baby. So all that said, today I've kind of taken, not like a completely different direction. It's not a different direction because I talk about mindset. I talk about marketing, and in any given day, right? It depends on how I feel, what I've experienced in the last week between myself and clients and peers, colleagues, fellow entrepreneurs, problems that have come my way. And I was talking about, I have a consulting funnel running. I posted it in this group, the ad that's running for it. And you can go through the consulting funnel. If you want to work with me, you can answer a questionnaire and then book a call. I have like a free 30-minute strategy session to see like what avenue you want to go on, what's your hopes, what's your dreams, like tell me your deepest, darkest secrets. Well, it's not quite that bad, but still. And just kind of see where you want to be and how I can get you there, right? So I have that running and I've had some calls and I've had people telling me that they are struggling with sales specifically. So, and I'm like, well, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. You won't be scrolling down my Facebook page and seeing like sales pitches. I'm not that person. And I think that's why people don't understand exactly what I do. Like if you grow on, I'm not like calling people out or anything, but I have a few lady friends that are out here in the country and they sell stuff like Tupperware or Rhode Island Fields or Mary Kay or whatever. And awesome. Friggin' kudos. You scroll on their page and they're like, yes, Miriam, I'll talk to you later. Okay, love. Thanks for popping on for a little bit. They sell this stuff and I love it. Like if that's like, do it. I'm not knocking that structure, that company structure, that business structure at all. It works. It depends on how you yourself apply it because it is your business. It's like anything. Just like my affiliate marketing business, it depended on how I applied it to myself because it's going to be different for everybody. The idea of like the MLM or the affiliate marketing like platform, the business structure it's valid. So don't knock it, and definitely don't knock it till you try it. Sorry, there's somebody driving by. I was like, who's that? Anyway, so like I said, I'm not bashing anybody, but you scroll down their pages and that this is what they're taught, is to post regularly on their personal Facebook pages. And while I sometimes do, because I feel I'm doing a bit of a disservice by not telling people about some of the products or services that I can get commissions from, but I prefer to work more one-on-one with people than to be like just blasted everywhere. Like, this is what I sell. You should buy it. I don't care. Like, I'm not that person, obviously, because I was making fun of that. But if that is you, go for it. Like, let your flag fly. I am not here to judge anything. Just because I am not the person to like broadcast it to the world what exactly I do doesn't mean you can't. Do it. If you are in that space that you want to, you're like, yes, I sell magnetic lashes and everybody needs to have them. One word of note, I tried magnetic lashes, did not like them. Sorry. I like these ones. I like these ones so much better. Less maintenance, because I just go in every few weeks and they touch them up and I still look beautiful. So it just depends on what you want to do, what you want to, if you want to sell anything, it's all you. That being said, all of that aside, that is not why I'm here. I'm not here to preach anybody about anything. This is for anybody with any sort of entrepreneurial endeavor, whether you are creating a product to sell, or you're selling your service, or you're an affiliate marketer, or you're an MLM, or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. We're all entrepreneurs, right? Right. Okay, so today I want to talk about 3 ways to boost sales when consumers are spending less. So in the economy that we're in now, I'm not saying like pandemic specific, but this is a pretty special time in our lives, honestly. Like, none of us, at least in my age group, have never seen this type of desperation in the economy. And that's just, it's just the way it is right now. And more people are looking to build at-home businesses, providing services virtually, eventually getting into maybe more of a one-on-one, brick and mortar space when they can. And that's awesome. Like, do it. I was talking to a new friend here last week, over the weekend. I can't remember. Anyway, and he was saying that he is a music producer. He wants to like build tracks and help musicians get their music out there, like producing their music. And I'm like, dude, that's awesome, because everything is so digital now. You can totally do that from home. You don't have to have a studio. He's like, well, I will eventually want a studio. I'm like, totally. But you don't need it right now. You don't need a studio to get started. Let's do it. So anyway, I was so excited for him. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, okay, calm down. I'm like, okay, I'm calm. But he was just worried about getting the word out. And I said, okay, well, this is kind of where this came in between that and like some of the calls that I've had lately. So in a recession, it's more critical than ever to align with customers and their values and their preferences. It was before. If that was the way it was before, it's even so much more important now. I cannot express that enough. So in 2018, the Federal Reserve in the US did a study that 40% of Americans couldn't come up with even just $400 to pay for an emergency, whether it was a broken windshield or an appliance that shit the bed or a pet that needed some sort of surgery. And I mean, been there on all those occasions. That's just the way it is. Sometimes life hits you. New tires. Oh my God. The tires on my truck are, well, not bad now. The ones on my husband's truck are bad. Worse than mine. My truck gets treated pretty good because it transports kids, I guess. So all that in 2018 was before 40 million people were out of work pretty much overnight. And granted, there has been some relief programs brought in by certain governments. I'm in Canada, so there's been some stuff I kind of qualified. 2019 wasn't the best year for my business. I hadn't really ramped a lot of stuff up yet, but 2020 has been friggin' rocking. So, yeah, I'm not sure how I qualify even for next year, but all that aside, not even talking about that. So if you qualify or not, if you want to build a business or not, well, if you want to build a business, this is how you increase your sales. But if you have lost your job and you need to look into doing something, talk to me, please. I will send you in the right direction or whatever it is. Like I said, my strategy session is completely complimentary. 30 minutes. We jump on a Zoom or on a call and let's hash this out. Let's get you going in a direction. Let's not have you floating stagnant, treading water, and not sure which way you're going, because that is not a place for anybody at all. So some tips on how to increase sales, even when the economy isn't great. So this applies for, when commodities dip or pandemics or anything. Economy is economy. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. Frick, I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes. Okay. So the first tip, your business must do whatever it takes to serve customers well. Buyers in a lack economy, or they're weary. They are skeptical of anything that could come their way. They're skeptical of, they're not willing to just spend money. They need to do their research. They need to talk it over. They need to sleep on it. They are thrifty and budget conscious people. That's just the way it is. Salesy people appear indifferent to customers' needs. So if you're like being really pitchy and you have like a sales script and stuff, like people can read through that. That's just the way it is. You need to really listen, like really, really, really listen to what your customer needs and wants. And even if they don't exactly know what it is that they're looking for, you need to kind of read between the lines and ask the right questions without being too like pry, I guess it is, like too, you don't want to like get super, super personal with them. You can if you want, but obviously if your customer, you're asking them questions and they're like getting really deep and you're like, thank you so much for sharing that with me. That I appreciate you taking the time to share those details with me, because then me getting to know you better, I can get to know your problems better and try and find you a better solution, right? So read between the lines and ask questions to get to the root of their problems. Act as a product consultant. You're a product consultant instead of a commission chasing sales machine, right? You are a product consultant. You match the customers with the right products, right? That's why it's better to have kind of lots of different things, but like the different things, like, for example, Tupperware, there's a lot of different long lists of products that Tupperware makes. So if a person's looking for something that will, they can keep their vegetables fresh or something, and they have those little fresh boxes or whatever, refrigerator boxes. I can't remember what they're called. I'm sure a Tupperware person can correct me if I'm wrong. Please do. But they're not going to sell them a water bottle, right? If they want to keep their vegetables fresh. Just saying. Okay. The key is to do whatever it takes to ensure the product, aka solution, fits the customer's problem. So you are taking the customer's problem and you are matching the right product. You're not just selling a product to whoever will buy it. That's not right. This leads to more repeat customers and word of mouth referrals, because you have happy customers, right? Happy customers will always refer you back to something. They'll be like, oh yeah, I bought this refrigerator saver, whatever, fruit saver from so-and-so selling Tupperware. Maybe then they have those Kick-Ass water bottles. Why don't you get one from there? You know, like just word of mouth is like the best sales, right? The best pitch is word of mouth. Your customers telling other potential customers how awesome you are. Number 2, it's like really loud out here for some reason. Number 2, think long term. So customers purchase from people that they like, know, and trust. Everybody knows that. In order to build that trusting customer base, you need to over deliver on the value consistently. You need to be consistent with your over delivery of your value. You need to be constantly asking them how their day is, asking them, you know, depending on what products or solutions that you provide, just, hey, you know, like, how's your day going? And then just kind of relating to them, right? Just over delivering on the value. You are a real person. So are they. That's what matters. Always be authentic and truthful. Customers, especially in a down economy, can smell the poop a mile away. They can see through all of your crap. And it's all worse. One inauthentic sale can hurt you a lot worse than one authentic non-sale. So just think, earning a reputation of turning down a sale because the product and the customer didn't align is way better in the big picture than being inauthentic and having an unhappy customer, especially in the age of online reviews. Am I right? So your commissions/sales should be a byproduct. Sorry, mosquitoes. Your commissions and sales should be a byproduct of great service, not the goal. I'm going to repeat that. Your commissions or your sales or whatever should be your money intake, should be a byproduct of great service and not the goal itself. Write that down. I feel like Van Wilder, which I watched again recently. I missed a lot of crap in that show, even when I watched it a million times back in the day. I think I'm aging myself. The third one, be persistent with contacts. So if you're an entrepreneur, you've heard the fortune is in the follow-up. The bird just hit the window. Are you okay? I think he's okay. The action, the drama. Okay. The fortune is in the follow-up. One of my mentors, one of the co-founders of Affiliate Institute, somebody that I really look up to because he has been in this business, in this space for so long, always says the fortune is in the follow-up. And I love quoting that man because when he talks, you listen. Only a small percentage of customers will purchase the first time that they see anything, the first time you talk to them. Only like, was it 2 to 5%? That is a tiny, tiny drop in the giant bucket of this world of customers. People are busy, they're distracted, they may need approval from a boss or a spouse or something, or they may even lack the funds to go forward at that time. That doesn't mean that they're not going to buy from you in the future. That just means that at that time there's something going on. A good service provider will reconnect when the timing is right and seal the deal. Studies from Marketing Donut. I've been doing some research this morning. Studies from Marketing Donut indicate that consumers say no 4 times before buying a product or service. 4 times. That means you're going to hear 4 no's from 95% of the people out there. Hey, Tanya. I'm going to wave at you. So persistence matters in your follow-up. You have an email list. You should be emailing them pretty much daily, if not every other day. A confused and distracted consumer will not buy. They won't. They're like, I have questions, but I don't feel like asking them. If they're confused, if you don't reach out to them, hey, Jenna, if you don't reach out to them first, they'll be like, oh, well, I don't want to trouble you with my questions. If you're reaching out to them, you're like, hey, how's your day? Just wondering, if you've had any chances to mull over my proposal or my product or my service or whatever. And if you have any questions, I'm super happy and 100% available to answer them, because I would just want to know what's going on. And even if you're not available right now, then even just, seeing where something can happen in the future, right? Be sure to answer the questions, but also gently getting to know them better a little bit as well. So they ask a question, you answer it, and then you ask one back. Like, how it, just relate to them. Relevancy is also key and all that stuff. A no often brings you one step closer to a yes, especially for consumers that are sitting on the fence. They're hemming, they're hawing, they're not entirely sure if this product or service is right for their problem until you say, hey, my solution, my product or service fits that problem in this way. You kind of start getting to know them and you work it, and make sure, like I said, make sure that it's the right product or service, because nobody wants to buy something that's completely wrong and then go tattle on you on your review or something. Connect with your audience each time. Sales scripts have no place in this follow-up. You're not pitching, and you're not being salesy, and you're not being sales scripty. I don't know. It's just it has a thing. It has a theme. You want to have a real conversation with your people. If you're doing all of these things, if you're being persistent with your contacts, if you are thinking, big picture, long term, if you are thinking about providing value, whatever it takes for your customers, great. Awesome. I'm so happy and proud of you and everything that you're doing. If you're feeling like you're getting in a rut, or you're not going anywhere, you're spinning your wheels, you're not. I promise. Every tiny little bit that you are moving forward. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't look like it right now. But if you are constantly moving forward and doing these things consistently for any length of time, you will see progress. It just doesn't feel like it right now. Your customers are watching. They're learning. They're waiting. They are kind of biding their time to see, I find this especially with this whole affiliate marketing MLM thing. People are watching you to see how long you're going to stick with it. So people are oh, well, I was in it for 2 months. I didn't make any money, so I bounced. That's not somebody you want to put. That's not somebody you want helping you, because they got shiny object syndrome or something, and you're just bouncing around from idea to idea or opportunity to opportunity. It's different when you take an opportunity and you make it your own, or you mold it to fit your beliefs and your values. I hope I'm making sense. Jenna or Tanya, I think one of you is still on. Just let me know if I'm making sense. So if you keep applying your principles, you keep doing what you're doing, your customers, hey Jenna, your customers will make a decision, and it might be no now, it might be no in a month, but it might be yes in 2 months. And you are 3 feet away from gold. I promise. Don't quit. Keep going. Keep believing in yourself, because those people are watching. If you're doing go lives and you're selling your products and you're posting and you're running ads or whatever it is you're doing to promote your product or service, you will attract the people that need it, right? They'll just flock to you, and that's what matters. They call it attraction marketing. Apparently it's a thing. I don't know. I just like hanging out with you guys and doing these go lives and providing value, because that's who I am. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. Like I said earlier in the video, if you would like to work with me, or even if you want like a little jam session, I can provide the link to my consultant funnel, my little funnel where you answer your questionnaire and then book a call with me. I can provide a link to that in the comments here. And then you guys can go ahead and take a look at that, and then we can move forward. Your chickens flock to you and flock others to me. Your chickens are awesome, Jenna. The 20 that I bought from you are still alive, by the way. Yay! All my turkeys, all my chicks, everything's still alive. My calves, my new baby from yesterday. What else? Everything's still alive this year. Oh, my plants are not alive. I tried cucumbers and tomatoes, and I don't do plants. I could do anything with a heartbeat. I can pretty much keep alive. I'm pretty good with that. I have better statistics with living things like with heartbeats than plants with chlorophyll. Jenna says, yay. Yay, Jenna. Okay, awesome. So, like I said, if you want to work with me, I can shoot you the link. Reach out to me personally. I can shoot you the link. You can fill out the questionnaire and book a call. Completely free. I'm not asking for money for this call. I think on my website, on my Facebook page, it says it's $1. Sorry. I'm not sure if I... Okay, somebody was calling me. I was like, nah! I'm not done my go live yet. Okay, but if you're watching the replay, which most of you will be, either on my YouTube channel or my website, definitely drop a comment if you want the consulting funnel link, and then you can, like I said, book your call with me. If you're not in my group yet and you want to pop on live with me every week, then definitely there should be a link around this video somewhere to tap that and request access to my group, and I will let you in because I love talking to you all every week right here in my group live, because live is always best. And on that note, yeah, it's like 12:30, so I should probably go. Have a great week, everybody. Mwah. Love you all. Appreciate you, Jenna and Tanya and Miriam, for popping on live with me. I love you ladies so much. See you next week.